Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 29 of the I forgot the month. October Leetcode Day Challenge. Hit the like button, subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about today's poem. We're only a couple of days away, and I have my mail done on Sunday. Some of you know because I couldn't shut up about it. Honestly, I am a little bit today I ran 5 miles. I am a little bit like anxious about it. It is, I messed a lot of time, so we'll see how it goes. But as they say, all the work's done. Now we just have to express it, right? But so it is what it is. But maybe I'll talk about my struggles a little bit more in the next couple of days. But for now, I just ate a lot. I am ready to take a nap for the next 8 hours. I think people just call it sleep. I don't know why I say it that way. So let's go. Let's take a look at today's problem. We have 3370. And also afterwards, we'll do the weekly problem as well. So check that out. But today we have 3370, smallest number with all set bits. Before I start, two more things. Because I don't know, I mentioned this before, but I'm going to be in Buenos Aires in parts of November. And Brazil in December, and Chile, Santiago in, I guess also in December. So if you're in those places, let me know. Maybe we'll get food or just walk around or whatever. Just hang out. And you can show me a bar or something. But yeah, let me know in the comment. I don't read the comments, or the comments are a little bit slow. Come to Discord, we'll chat. There are a lot of good people in Discord anyway. You'll probably learn something. And then this. What was the second thing I was going to say? I said two things, but I just forgot. Oh, yeah. You also might notice that I'm actually like renaming the daily videos. Let me know if it's easier for you to search and find and stuff like that. I think one of the motivation, and maybe I'll talk about it more in another time. But one of the reasons why I did it is because I think people keep on commenting on old versions of the videos, which is fine. But it confuses me, and I think it allows people to be like, watch today's video and not the one from like 3 years ago, which may be better, but I don't know. But at least like if I don't respond quickly, you'll know why, because it's from a video from a couple of years ago, or certain things I say doesn't make sense because it is that day's video or something like that. Because a lot of these problems we've solved multiple times. So nowadays, I guess these are contest problems. So I don't know. Anyway, let's take a look at today's problem. We have 3370, smallest number with all set bits. Alright, what's all set bits mean? N is equal to 5. The smallest number x greater than or equal to n such that binary. Okay. What is this? I actually... Only set bits. Okay. It's a very weird way of putting it. I mean, I know what a set bit is, but only set bits... I don't know. It's a very awkward phrasing, at least for me. But I mean, that is not. It is an awkward phrasing, but I mean, I know what it means. I'm not trying to pretend like, oh, now it's impossible to understand. But it's a little bit awkward still. All right. But yeah, I mean, I think there's not much to say about it, right? There are a couple of ways you can write about it. It's just an iteration, and why iteration works is that, well, if you have 20 of them, it's already 1,000,000, right? What is the cap? Cap is 1,000. That means you have at most 10 set bits. So that's it, right? Like you just iterate a for loop 10 times. And there are really two basic ways of doing it. You can just start with 1, go 11, and so forth, right? I mean, that's obvious. The other way of doing it, it's also the same thing, but in a different way. You start with 1 by having is it have to be equal to or greater? Oh, equal to. Okay, just want to make sure. But 1 is equal to 2 minus 1, right? 1 is equal to 4 minus 1. 1 is equal to 8 minus 1, right? And then ... you see that it's equal to like 2 to the n minus 1. And why I bring it up is just because, and the other way is, it's not too tricky. It's not too tricky, but it's just, these are the things that I just want to highlight as well. Maybe they're not important by itself. It's not important. But these are the things that I think about when I solve these problems. It's just thinking ahead of implementation. Because the idea is the same, but the implementation is a little bit different, and the little different may or may not be easier. Maybe there's more edge cases. Maybe easier to, not even edge cases, but write it in a way such that you have silly typos and you don't notice them, etc. Right? I don't know. It's an easy problem. So yeah, I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and then just because I want to see how I did it previously, so I do it the different way this time. Is why. It's not because, you know. But if I had to guess, I probably did it this way last time. But this way would have been cleaner. But this is a contest thing, so I would have guessed maybe this one. So let's see. Oh no, I was wrong. I did do it this way, huh? But actually, one thing that I would say that I was going to do that I'm actually a little bit. I mean, I think one thing that I would say is that this is the contest context, right? Meaning that I'm just trying to get it as fast as possible. And as a result, I don't do like things that make it a little bit more optimal. What I mean is that I would have tried to return best at the first iteration, because as soon as this is true, you just return. You do not need to do a min thing. But in a contest thing, like in the contest loop, you might not, you know, like this is not that much more work for the computer to computationally, so why not do it that way? But okay, so we'll do it this way then, and yeah. So I mean, it's going to be the same thing, but this time I am going to early terminate, right? So maybe you have like current is equal to 1, right? So you have while current is less than n, then and yeah, then it's just going to be shift and add, right? I was actually going to do the thing where I add the shift, but I think shift and add is actually more straightforward. And I know that I could do in bitwise operations, but maybe it's just more straightforward for our beginner viewers if we just multiply by 2 and then plus 1, right? And then that's it. So then now this loop terminates when current is greater than or equal to n. So then we can just do it this way, and we should be Gucci. And the beauty is that here we don't even have to, you know, do the hardcode 32 loop or whatever. And as I said, this is going to be linear time. Why is this linear time? Of course, just to be clear, and I don't know, it depends. I feel like people ask me this sometimes and they like get confused, and I get confused, and then we all get confused. But the reason it's linear time, and this linear time is not necessarily O of n, because n is confusing in that it is the input variable name. Input linear time is linear in the size of the input, and the size of the input is going to be, say, b bits, right? B bits representing a number n, and to represent a number n, you're going to have log b bits, or sorry, log b is equal to log n bits, right? So then it's going to be O of b, because this multiplies 2 every time, so it's going to be, you know. And you could even argue that maybe this is quadratic if you really want to be pedantic about it. So these things can go really crazy, but because you can say that, oh, shift maybe not linear. Oh, sorry, shift is linear. So then you have a linear here, and now it's quadratic. I don't know. However you want to, you know, make an assumption is fine. I think if you're in an interview, I mean, obviously, if you're doing it for contest, it really doesn't matter. No one's going to, you know, listen to you that much. But if you're in an interview, maybe talk it through, making sure that you're using the same variables, same expectations. Because, for example, if you can, I mean, you know, maybe if you assume that this is a fixed width operation, that's O of 1, maybe that's fine. But then in that case, what, you know, would you say this is O of 1? I don't know. So anyway, and you could even say then, or this is O of 1, so then it's constant time, because everything's constant width. I don't know. However you want, and you could, of course, just unroll the loop to make sure that's true, right? Because, or you could have a for loop that goes over 10 numbers, because as we said, we only have 10 numbers. I don't know. These are all things that you can play around with, and if none of that makes sense, try to understand it, or get to a point where you can understand it, and let me know. All right, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Stay good, stay healthy to your mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye-bye.